everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Jo Michaels, the baking author, and tonight we are making my chicken parmesan. So here's what you need, and it's a lot of stuff. You need a big pot for the spaghetti or angel hair pasta or whatever kind of pasta you're having with your chicken parm, if you're doing pasta. If not, that's cool. You're going to need some grapeseed oil to fry your chicken breasts. You're going to need some chicken breasts. I got free range. And every time I see that, it makes me think, are these chicken nudists? Is that why they're called free-range chickens? Chicken breasts. Okay, so anyway, just found out the other day, my dad watches my channel, so try to keep it a little clean. You're going to need a Ziploc bag and a rolling pin, so you can beat the hell out of the chicken. Flour, some kind of butter crackers. I like Ritz, but hey, you do you. Italian-style breadcrumbs, very important because it has the Italian seasoning in it. A little extra Italian seasoning. Some spaghetti sauce, I don't care what brand, I like Prego, flavored with meat. A sauce pot, this size right here, just not too terribly big, not really small. A large shallow dish, like so. This is what I use to cook my focaccia. Yum. Salt, pepper, obviously, garlic. 2 eggs, and a pretty good sized bowl to crack them into so you can dredge your chicken breast. So here's how we do this. We're going to start by pounding out our chicken. This is going to be loud, so excuse me in advance. I think I have like 3 chicken breasts here. Now you can get thin cut chicken breasts, you won't have to do this, but I don't know. It lets me release a little of, that pent up energy, anger slash things. So I'm just going to go with the pounding. Kind of rinse my hands just a little bit. Get the chicken ilk off them. I'm going to move the chicken breast back there. Pick up my rolling pin. Make sure this is kind of flat. And then we're going to get to pounding. So you're just going to pop your chicken really lightly. Now if you have a meat pounder, one of those flat meat mallet tenderizer things, it works really well for this. Still, put it in the bag. It keeps it from like going all over everywhere. And I just had some chicken that tried to escape. And I like to pound them out a little thin because they cook better that way. Okay, I actually had this one separate on me just a smidge, but you will see. I started with a chicken breast like this, and I ended with a chicken breast like this. It's thinner, it's bigger, it's going to cook up much, much better. So I'm going to throw this one back in the chicken tray to rest because, I just beat it up. And put the new one in the bag. You can also take a knife and split these this direction, like flat ways, and just use them split. And they work that way too, but again, you miss out on the pounding. And no one wants to miss out on a good pounding. Not only is it cathartic, you get to say, I pounded a chicken. It does make you sound really, really buff and brutal. And don't hit them too hard because they will split and the meat will go like everywhere. So you're just basically trying to take like the big thick part of the breast down to the same size as the other end, or the same thickness as the other end. Alright. See? Flattened chicken breast. That thing's bigger than my hand. Now I'm going to put that one with the other one and get the third one out. So I have 3. Thought maybe I had 4, but I did not. I had 3. Plop this one in here, and I will actually cook this little smidge that fell off the first one, just because I hate wasting food. My mom will be like, feed me that piece. It's going to be the crispiest, and she's right. So, here we go. Last chicken breast, and guess what? I don't have anything to clean up after this, because I used the Ziploc bag. Alright, you know me and dishes. This uses enough damn dishes. I don't need to add any to it. My granddaughter is going to be here soon, and we are going to make chicken or turkey cupcakes, cupcakes that look like turkey, not cupcakes that are made with turkey. Because what's a turkey cupcake made from turkey? That sounds pretty gross. So, no dishes, no anything gross with chicken, and I can just throw that in the trash. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands one more time. Wash my handle because I touched it. This water is stupid hot. Okay, put that back there to dry. Alrighty, now comes the fun part. We get to whiz some Ritz. You can do this with the same method. You can pound these crackers with your rolling pin. And you know I'm going to eat one because they're delicious. But I find it's easier to just put it in a blender and whiz it around until it gets stupid small. You will be fishing out pieces of cracker, but who cares? It's just easier. Ninja. Lid off. Alright, so crackers. We are just going to kind of fill it halfway, maybe 3/4, maybe all the way. I'm not sure. I think you're cutting up. Okay, that's almost a whole sleeve of Ritz. Last time I didn't have any of these. I made them myself in the oven. They were delicious. But you want the butteriness of the crackers. And they're just a little bit sweet. So good. Okay. Gonna shut up about the Ritz now. Let's get to whizzing. Yes, this takes some time, but oh man, is it ever worth it. This is the best chicken parm. A lid on your ninja cheese. Okay. It's going to be loud, so I'm going to cut out, and I will be right back when they're done. Alright, that took me all of a few minutes. Nice powdery crackers. And those are going right on my tray. This will be your big, wide bowl. See? Chunks of cracker. You'll find them every now and then. Just eat them. They're not going to hurt you. Alright. So now I have my crumbled Ritz crackers. It almost looks like graham crackers. I'm making a graham cracker crust with Ritz. No, not really. Alright, now to the crackers, I'm going to add some flour and some breadcrumbs. I have a regular tablespoon. I didn't write any of this stuff down because I don't ever. So you guys are actually gonna have to wing it with me. I will write it down. I'm just not sure, like, yet. So I will, as I'm reviewing this video, I'll kind of write it from there. All right. Got my same spoon, and I'm gonna put a good 4 heaping tablespoons of those on there. Now I'm gonna grab a fork because that's the best way to mix this stuff. And you are going to end up with a beautiful little crispy crust on your chicken. It's so good, seriously. I have a bread pudding baking in the oven. My family is just getting spoilt. Well, I should say my husband, because my daughter had a friend come over and she brought her Chick-fil-A. And she actually then came in the kitchen and said, "Oh my God, you're making my favorite and I can't eat it." I'm like, "Why can't you eat it? You literally just sat down and ate a whole flapper burger. What are you doing?" Like, you could eat it if you wanted to. Alright, so I'm going to start heating things up once I get this mixed together. This is where I'm also going to add and I'm just kind of crushing up some of these cracker bits. They stick together because of the butter. So once I get this mixed up, before I season it, I'm going to get my sauce in and get my oil into my pan. Not sure if I went over that you need some grapeseed oil, but you do. Enough to cover, make about a 1/2 inch depth on your pan. And I always set up my dredging stations, eggs, dry, pan. So once we get there, we'll get there. All right. This is mixed. It should kind of look like that before the spices. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my grapeseed oil. Then I'm going to have to move because I want this on this burner over here because it fits. Oh, it's a good thing I got some more of this in the store. Oh my goodness, now it's not going to come open. Really? This is not my life. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was hard. Difficult. That was difficult. And the reason we use grapeseed oil is because, that's right, it has a higher smoke point than other oils. So I'll move the empty bottle. That one right there. Pompeii. I like it. Not using the lid yet. I will have to go get that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and close this stuff up because I have enough flour, crackers, and breadcrumbs. Done with the mixer. Moving stuff that way. All right, I'm going to add some salt. 2 generous pinches of salt. I'm going to taste this in a minute too. Some garlic powder. And I'm going a little heavy-handed with the garlic powder because it's chicken parm. Italian flavors and whatnot. Turn that on. I forgot. About 5. And then put some of this in that pot and turn on low. It does not have to be hot. It just needs to be warm. Low. And if it's on low, it won't be like popping everywhere, so I don't need to use the lid. Put some pepper. I really like pepper. I'm also going to put some Tony's, which I don't have down here just yet, but I'm going to grab it now. I put it in everything. What growing up in Louisiana does you got to have Tony's on everything. It also has a little salt in it, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to sneeze now because pepper. And this is some Italian seasoning. And I'll put about a tablespoon, half a tablespoon. I'm going back to my fork. I'm going to mix this up. And then, yes, I am going to taste it. Oh, darn, I wanted to put that over here. Oh, well. Looks like I'll be moving stuff over the stove today. That stove eye is already hot. Oh, well. It won't kill me. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, after all. Alright, just mixing those seasonings in really well. Then, my family, my germs. Damn. I mean, dang. That's really good. Like, really good. Really, really good. Can't wait to taste that on my chicken. Okay. Now, I have 2 eggs in my bowl. Cracking my eggs into my bowl. And then chuck them in the sink. Bam! I am going to add just a smidge of milk in here to break these eggs up. Just a splash, or 2. Just maybe a teaspoon. But you can also use water. It's just to break up the consistency of the egg. Like it gets between the proteins and makes it not quite so stringy. Just whisking it for a minute till it gets a little bit fluffy. Just putting some air into it. That's it. Now I'm going to actually add just a wee pinch of salt to those eggs, and I did mean a wee pinch, and a little bit of pepper. You should flavor everything. Season everything. I would season my oil, but that's frowned upon, I think. I think your seasonings just kind of cook. Okay. Eggs done. And I think it's kind of a sick thing that we take chickens and then dredge them in themselves or they're young and then cook them. That oil is hot. I don't know if it's hot enough, so guess what? This is where baby chicken comes in. I'm going to pop them into the eggs, and I do not do a double dredge with the flour, the eggs, back into the breading. Too much bread. This is a light coating, full of flavor. You will not be sorry. It was not quite hot enough. You should hear it like when we add the chicken. But that's okay because it will still cook. And it will still be delicious. And I will still be happy. This for our sauce. And I think I can put these seasonings away. So I'm going to let that chicken cook for just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Little baby chicken is cooked. And my timer is also going off because I have something in the oven as well. And my chicken is cooked. Not cooked through, just browned on the outside. And we're going to bake it after this, so don't worry about cooking your chicken until it's completely done, okay? And we're not going to bake it for very long because, again, they're super skinny, super duper thin, so they should not take very long in the oven at all. And I will check on that oven timer in just a few minutes. It can wait. Don't freak out on me. So just dredging my chicken again into the egg, then into this really nice crummy crust. Man, you've never had this, you're really missing out. Try it now. Try it today. Nice thin chicken. Lay it right down into my pan, which is still on medium. I have not gotten all antsy and turned it up, which I tend to do. So I'm going to let that brown. It'll probably take it 2 minutes on each side, maybe 3. And then I will be right back with you guys. I'm going to go check my oven. See you all in a few. Okay guys, I'm back. It's been about 2 minutes. And you'll see the color on that chicken breast. It's just like a medium brown. So just flipping it over. Like I said, we're not cooking it through, we're just browning it. Get a little crispy. I have a big bag of mozzarella cheese, pre-shredded. Just going to open that up and get it ready to go. And of course I have my sauce. And my scooper ladle is wet for some reason. And that's fine. Because it's just going in the sauce there. Alright. Just going to check the other side of it. Not quite brown. Still kind of blonde. But you know me. I want you to taste everything before you use it. Everything. The only thing you can't taste in this situation is the actual chicken itself. But you tasted the breading. You know what the sauce tastes like. That is perfect. These tongs are crap. They're very slippery. Meat slides right out of them when it's been cooking in grease. Alright, next chicken breast. This one's a little bit bigger than that one. Hope it fits in my pan. Alright, down in my dredge here. And I'm going to end up with Frankenstein fingers. Just pressing it down. I want it nice and coated, but I don't want it like cake. So when I'm done, I'm going to pick it up and shake it off. Just like that. Then into my pan. My oil is turning brown. That's okay, because that's just what flew off or floated off of my chicken breast into the grease, and it's just overcooking. I do sometimes change it before I do the last one, but it's only 3 today. That won't be too bad. That is hot, hot, hot. Now when these go into the oven, we are going to grab a big pot and put on the stove and start boiling some water for our pasta. Everything's time. Bam, bam, bam. So your sauce, I have a baking sheet covered in foil. So your sauce, you're just gonna dip some like that and just put it right over the top of your chicken breast. That's gonna not only help hold the moisture in, but it's gonna keep a nice barrier between the chicken and the cheese that we're gonna put on it. Watch me, I'm gonna put on a little bit of sauce on our baby chicken too. It'll be good. I don't actually need to take that out of there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna top them with some mozzarella before they go in the oven. Woo, that is pretty. I don't like the color of the oil. It looks gross, but the chicken is pretty. The good news is I'm not going to have to add any oil. That stuff ain't cheap. Olive oil is cheaper. Grapeseed oil has no flavor though. I'm not trying to add flavor to my chicken. Just trying to get it fried, you know? I'm going to go ahead and pop this one into the egg wash and the dredge. So it can start sticking. By the time I get this dredged and my hands clean, it'll be time to take that out, and then I can put this in. It's a whole system. Just shaking off the excess and laying it back down. Then I'm just going to rinse the breading and stuff off my hands and get that chicken moved before it burns. Because again, not trying to cook it through, just trying to kind of brown it. Looking good. There's two. I am going to have to add some more oil too. Gosh darn it. That's okay. Ooh, stuff ain't cheap. Just going to kind of work it around in there with the flour that's already on the pan. And put the next one in. And it's still real hot, so no worries. Now I can take these two things away. Because I don't need them no more. And really wash my hands. So now, I'm going to take my chicken bag. And you know how your trash starts to smell after you've used chicken containers? Not if you do this. Works every time. I won't have to take it out tomorrow or the next day if it's not full. Alright. Woo! I love time savers. I love things that let me skip chores. Just going to get these breadcrumbs off my hot stove off. Okay. I'm arranging my chicken breasts. Need the sauce, not the cheese. Need the sauce. And I usually let them bake for 10-15 minutes before I put the cheese on, because I don't want the cheese to get too brown. I want it to be like melty and stretchy and gummy. Know what I mean? So I top them with a little sauce and then bake them for a few minutes, 15 or so. And then I come back and add my mozzarella. So it's just brown and just melting when they come out to be served. Come on. Turn over. You. It's actually really, really gorgeous. Super proud. Put it away. I'm done with it. Whew. Got chicken, sauces. As soon as I get this in there and in there, I gotta whip out a pot and get it on here and get it heating up because it takes a minute for water to boil. Just wiping up some of this lashed oil. Ugh, not that. So anyway, I was saying earlier about my granddaughter, we're going to make turkey cupcakes. They're going to be devil's food chocolate cupcakes with chocolate jimmies on top and candy corn for decoration. She's so cute. I can't wait to see her. And sassiness. Oh, child is the epitome of sassiness. Oh, my chicken is actually breaking, which is not a terrible thing. That just means it's super tender. I maybe pounded it a little too hard. But there we go. Yeah, looks good. Turn that off for right now. Got 3 chicken breasts on this tray. You can see it's not like blackened, it's just brown. And they're not cooked. They're definitely raw in the middle, so don't be trying to eat one. And the reason you don't try to cook them all the way on the stovetop is because they will actually burn. In order to get the heat high enough to really cook them through, they will burn. So that should be enough pasta sauce for my pasta, which means I won't need any more. Yay. And then these are going to go into a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes right now. Then I'll pull them out, put some cheese on them in another 10 minutes. All right. And I will be back with you guys after that. See you later. Hey guys, as you can see, my chicken is 10 minutes in. I have my pot of water here. I'm just going to turn it up and get my salt out. I already have my pasta. Just going to pop some cheese on these bad boys. Little baby chicken. Yes, I'm not going to leave the cheese off him. And just cheese, cheese, cheese. Now you can top this with a little bit more Italian seasoning or some black pepper if you want. I don't usually. I just like for that cheese to get all melty in my oven and turn brown. So these are going back in for about 10 minutes. Then they're going to come out and rest. Because you have to do that or your chicken breasts dry out. Like crazy. Oh, and just kind of break up the chunks if your cheese is just chunky. Make sure you just cover it all with the cheese because it's so good. It'll run down the sides, get all over the pan. Yummy. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see that. That's like a horse load of cheese. Can you see the cheese? Okay, now we're going back in the oven. My glasses are fogging up from the steam. 10 more minutes. Perfect. Alrighty. Just going to clean up a little bit. I think my oil is cool. Yep. I can now wash this pan. That's going to boil. I'm going to let it boil for about 5 minutes because we're using angel hair pasta. It does not take it long. I'm going to try to clean up some of this mess. I'll be right back with you guys when I start to finish this up. Okay guys, I'm back. Can't really see me through the steam, but it is what it is. My hands are damp, so the salt's going to stick to them. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of salt into that water. Gotta salt your water. Like I said, you have to season everything when you cook, so season it up. Now I have angel hair pasta. I'm going to put about half the box in there, give it a stir, and then leave it alone. It's like I said, it's just me and my husband. My daughter had Chick-fil-A. The Lord's chicken. It is what it is. Her friend brought it to her. Alright, so just going to put my pasta in there. Whoa. I lost pasta on the floor. That's okay. I just can't leave it there because I am the idiot that will like step back and step on it and fall and break my face on the floor. That's who I am. There's about 5 minutes left on my timer. So pasta in water. Yay! I'm not going to rinse it when it's done cooking. I'm going to stop it just as it's al dente, which does not take long for angel hair. It says 5 to 6 minutes. So then I will put some oil in there, some flavored oil. After I strain it, do not rinse it. Pushing all that good pasta sauce, pasta starch off. Unless you are making pasta salad, do not rinse your pasta. So I'm going to get, oh, not that cabinet. I'm going to get my strainer and my seasoned oil, and I will be back with you guys when this is done and ready to go. I just kind of broke it up in the pot with the spaghetti getter. I done forgot what this is called. Anyway, pasta fork. That's what it is. Pasta fork. Okay, so I'm going to set myself up for finishing, and I'll be back with you guys then. Okay, bye. Hey guys, so my pasta's done. I'm going to drain it. Add a little of this basil and black pepper infused olive oil. Yum. Remember, not rinsing it off, just draining off the water. Going to put a little of the oil in the pan, like so. I'm going to give my pasta a little shake. And the reason I use infused, like flavor infused oil is because the pasta is still kind of thirsty, so it's going to kind of soak that up. And I don't want to just put regular olive oil on it. So there is 18 seconds left on my timer. 18 seconds. And the chicken will be coming out of the oven. Let's go ahead and grab it. Bam. Beautiful. Oh man. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I'm going to leave it right here and I'm going to let it sit for 5 minutes. Then we'll plate it up. I'll be back with you guys then. Hey guys, I'm back. Look at that. I bet you want that on your table, huh? The light is very bright. Can you see it now? Yeah. So, got my pasta over here, a little bit of sauce on it, some parsley for color. And I'm just going to grab some pasta. Perfect. Cutting that chicken. You can see inside. Well, you may not be able to see inside, but I'm going to try. You can see inside. It's juicy and done. And that cheese and that sauce. And this is going to be a really hot bite. I may cut it in half again. Oh, man. Oh. I think I could probably eat like 6 plates of this. Not even kidding. Holy crap. Okay. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Maybe share it. Write Joe Michaels everywhere. Tag me. I'll come say hi. If you didn't like this video, I'm sorry. We can try again next week. Make sure you subscribe. The button's there somewhere. And there's another video that I did from some focaccia, and if you want to make that to go with this, mwah, it's so good. So I'll pop it up around here somewhere. I will see you guys next time, and until then, happy cooking.